5 years ago.
Right.
Like, for example, the songs that we did, like whether it was Baby Doll or Chittiyaan, Kalaiyaan, Hangover, High Heels, each of our song fetched a music label anywhere from 15 to 20 to 25 CR.
Wow.
And we got nothing.
What are you saying?
Kanchan Saab he gets up, he comes up, he stands, and he goes and he sits.
Man of precision.
Wow.
It doesn't end here.
It doesn't end here. Okay.
He's like, okay, I can have that.
Let me just have a sip. Okay.
I mean, I love Bollywood because of the Paps. I love them.
You know, that's the case all
Yeah,
over
it's
the
actually
world.
funny
Yeah.
to watch. Like, it's fun to watch, you know,
fun
do
to
all
watch,
these
yeah.
paps. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another super fun session. And today we have the privilege of hosting one of the dynamic duo of Meet Bros, who's been setting up Playlist on Fire. Joining us today is the incredible music producer and the maestro behind the likes of Chittiyaan, Kalaiyaan and Baby Doll and many more. The one and only Manmeet from Meet Bros.
For over 2 decades, the Meet Bros have traveled from Gwalior to Mumbai, creating mesmerizing music. But what is not in the spotlight is Manmeet's passion for food and his spiritual journey that has touched so many lives.
Also, you have to be excited for this as you have never really met Meet Bros this candidly before. By the way, guys, thanks for your continuous love and support. Keep it coming. Please hit that follow button, like and share if you're enjoying these conversations. And also, please let us know what you think in the comments below.
Welcome to Let Me Backstage, Manmeet. And here's the band that we usually do. We make a
Tradition.
guest wear. It's a tradition.
Yeah.
So Let Me
for having me,
Backstage.
man. Thank you so
Let Me
much.
Backstage band.
Let Me Backstage band.
Welcome to the club.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, so before we start, I know that you haven't really done a podcast or, you know, it's been, I mean, the last video that I see of yours for an interview was about 4 years ago.
That's why we're so fortunate to have you here. For the people who don't know Meet Bros, which is kind of impossible, this is Manmeet from Meet Bros and his sibling is Harmeet, hence the term Meet Bros.
And Manmeet, how come both of you are into music? Did one really force the other or it just like happened? किसी ने तो ज़बरदस्ती की होगी, I'm sure.
थोड़ी सी ज़बरदस्ती हरमीत ने करी, but I think it was meant to happen. So we were in a boarding school in Gwalior, the Sindhya school, and it started there. हमने जो पहला गाना बनाया था स्कूल में, actually it was called Jogi Singh Banala Singh, and it just people like all the boys just loved it. And then we started doing that in college. When we came to Mumbai, I came first and then Harmeet followed in Sydenham College. And we used to win all the competitions that we used to perform that song in. And then I was more interested in acting actually. So मैंने आके थोड़ी acting का काम शुरू किया, and then Harmeet followed. And then he was the one who said that कि साथ में album निकालते हैं. And I was like, you know, I knew that we have music in us and everything, and I used to sing a lot. So Harmeet is the go-getter, and I'm more of the cool, chill artist. I just like to be with my music or whatever I'm doing. So he's the one who said, "Nahi, we have to do it." And I was like, "Yaar, we're not really trained that way. And तो क्या मजाक थोड़ी है, बॉम्बे में बैठे हैं, म्यूजिक बन जाते हैं." So एक दिन बैठे हुए थे, and he calls me, he said, "जल्दी इधर आ." And there was something on TV. There was this singer singing, and he didn't look like a singer. He didn't sound like a singer, but he had a song out. And he's like, अगर ये कर सकता है, हम भी कर सकते हैं. So somebody, you know, most of the times when somebody asks you कि आपकी inspiration कौन है, so
Yeah.
you know कि like we love Burman साहब, रहमान साहब, तो क्या वो आपकी inspiration है? हमने कहा नहीं, हमारी inspiration वो बंदा है कि वो गा सकता है, तो हम भी गा सकते हैं.
Who was this guy? Who
is this guy? You know this guy?
Forget about that.
Okay, so,
But what I'm saying is that actually that gave me confidence, because Harmeet knew that Manmeet needs confidence, because he knew that I have a lot of music in me as well, and he just wanted to kind of instigate me. So उसने वो trigger किया मुझे, and that I thought, okay, let's try. And it's so funny the way it happened, because now, okay, fine, दो भाइयों ने decide कर लिया कि हमें music करना है ना, गाना है. And how do you do that?
Yeah.
And this is talking about 1999. Okay.
Wow, that's like
It was not easy.
25 years almost.
yeah.
Today, life is sorted because of internet and YouTube or whatever. You just I know so many kids who just call us and send
Yeah.
their songs to us,
Yeah.
sitting in Banaras or
Yeah.
Meerut or whatever,
Yeah.
Ghaziabad. They have their own comp and they have their own mic. You can just record something and send. It's so easy to become a singer today.
True. Yeah.
like how Justin Bieber happened, right?
Yeah.
It was
Absolutely,
it was just like that. But back then, you need a legit music label to
Yeah.
release your music.
Yeah.
And they were big, and it required a lot of investment on one album because. You know, if you remember how the Layer Mehndi happened or
Yeah.
how Lucky Ali happened, those one album back then used to cost about 50 lakhs to 1 crore of an investment to release a song back
Yeah.
then.
In today's time, it's I don't
It's
know. Like,
maybe 10 CR or
Yeah,
something.
easy.
It was not that easy.
Easy.
And so when somebody says कि हम album निकालेंगे and you look at him and you're like इथे पागल हो गया. But that's what Harmeet always is. He comes with these ideas and I never believe it and then it happens.
Right.
So and he knows that if I believe in it, and I'm going to make it happen as well. So he keeps instigating me till I start believing in it. So then I said, "कि कैसे होगा?" So he said, "होगा." And then he comes up with this Tata Yellow Pages. Back then, people who are listening to us and who don't know, so like you have your Just Dials, and today so you Google everything, and
Yeah.
so Tata Yellow Pages was the Google back then, which had all the numbers of everything happening in
Classic
Mumbai.
phrase,
The dictionary.
It was a dictionary.
Yeah.
So he started checking all the studios, and then he started calling people, and then he says कि एक meeting मिली है, and we have to go to Bandra. So we went to Bandra in this small studio, and we have this studio owner sitting like this, and he's like, "Hanji," he's like, "Sir, हमें singer बनना है, गाना बनाना है." So he's like, "Okay, let's see." And then he introduced us to one of the guys who was recording there. This very lean-looking young guy. He's a music director, and we meet him, and he says that, you know, कि कैसे करेंगे and all that, and we said हमें music बनाना है, and it just so happened that actually he was the guy who helped us record that first song, Jogi Singh Banala Singh. Which,
Wow.
So that whole journey started like that, random, right? And
Insane.
then we started we recorded a song because we belong to a business family, so we had the dad's money to support our dreams.
Had to. Yeah.
So
yeah.
like when we started struggling to record music as composers back like much ahead in time.
Yeah.
So we had these fancy cars. We used to go and then तो एक बार तो producer निकला बाहर and our car was fancier than his car.
car.
So हमने कहा ये तो work नहीं होगा boss. So we used to park it like a kilometer away and we used to auto लेके और चलते हुए बैग टांग के जा रहे हैं पसीने में कि सर काम दे दो काम दे दो. So
सही
it
है.
literally that whole journey, you know, it was so random. It was
Right.
so from the heart, and I
Right.
think we've always say that basically passion beats talent any day. If you have
True.
the passion,
That's
you will learn it on the job.
You will
Yeah,
get there.
that's it.
Slowly and slowly you'll get there.
Well, you know, even though the podcast is about music, I want the first question to be about food. So, can you tell us, like, the best place in Bombay where you love to go have good dinners or good lunches, and top 5 restaurants that you would suggest to Mumbaikars?
See, Indigo is definitely
Indigo delicacy. Yeah.
their Sloppy Joe
Joe
Burger
Burger.
is
Yeah.
crazy. I love that barbecue sauce they use in it.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Nom Nom is
Nom Nom.
Yes.
is one of the best for Asian. Yazoo has the best kung pao chicken you'll ever eat. And they also have the best watermelon sangria that you can ever have in there.
Watermelon
So
sangria.
precise. So precise.
Yeah, it is. I've never.
And the muskmelon sangria. The muskmelon sangria is unbeatable. I'm not much of a drinker, but I drink just that. It's so good. So there are such amazing places that you can just go and have your most favorite thing to eat. It's amazing. Food now, it's getting better by the day. The way restaurants and all the cafes are going after food, like 1 BHK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in Oshiwara.
Oh my God.
It's amazing. Yeah.
They're
Ghee roast something.
ghee roast mutton.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crazy. So there are these places that they have now. There's a place called Baoji.
Baoji, yeah. The cafe.
Yeah,
Baoji.
their baos, and especially they have this mango sushi. Unbeatable.
Okay, now I'm hungry.
Okay. Yeah. Me too. Actually.
Okay, we need this list.
Yeah, we need this list.
from you.
Absolutely.
Anyways.
I'll give it to you. And even this place where we are right now, Juliette, their sushis are the best.
We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this after the shoot.
Lunch.
So recently, there was a Gujarati song called Khalasi by Coke Studios that went viral. Now everyone's talking about it. There's this trend of regional music that has really picked up and has a lot of potential, but so less visibility. So, like, what is your take on this entire piece?
See, music is come of age, and a lot of people ask us that वो पहले वाला मजा क्यों नहीं आता है म्यूजिक में. lot of people ask us that. Ki, you know, when you 90s ki gaane suno, aap 80s ki suno, R.D. Burman songs and all that. I said that please understand that ऐसा नहीं है that music अच्छा नहीं बनता है. It's simple that back then, every household had one tape recorder and there was one cassette that used to play. And everybody used to listen to the same
That
song.
same song.
And it would play again and again and again. And you would listen to one song 100 times because there was not so much music coming out.
Content was...
Yeah, because there were just, one film coming in a week. So there's like, maybe 3-4 albums coming in a month. So that's the music that you have.
Right.
There is no YouTube. Today, if there are 6 members in a household, everyone they have their own phones, they have their own gadgets,
Yeah.
they listen to their own music.
Own choices. For
So
sure,
it's diversified.
Yeah.
Now, that's what happens. So earlier, for example, somebody wants to listen to a Hindi Bollywood song, most people want to listen to that. But today, people love regional music because let's say Haryanvi, Bhojpuri, they are massive today.
Yeah, right now it's growing rapidly.
And like you said, Gujarati. So this is because there's so much exposure. It's so easy to access to music now. So people who love Gujarati music, they just know where to go for it.
Yeah.
You know, it's so diversified. And now, in times to come, it'll be so tough for one song to become popular in a country.
Yeah.
If you see, labels are in trouble right now because music is not really seeing the numbers that it used to. If you see YouTube, earlier, like one of my songs, Chum Chum from Bagi, is 1.3 billion.
Yeah.
Today, to hit 100 million is like hitting 500 million.
Yeah.
Because that's because everybody has variety of choices in music. So not everybody is listening to one thing now.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so tough for a movie to work. It's so tough for a song to work. So industry right now needs to reinvent and rethink that how you want to proceed.
Right.
But you think there is a space for this? Because right now, is it in trend?
So it's basically going to be very simple. There'll be genres of music.
Yeah.
There'll be people who love electronic music, they'll be listening to electronic music. People who love typical Bollywood music, they'll be listening to that. Not everybody is listening to everything today. So earlier, Bollywood had that edge that any song that comes out on your most favorite star, everybody would go for it. Not the case anymore.
Yes. Yeah, it's changed. True.
It's changed. Like if I ask you, give me 15 big hits of the year, you'll take 1 hour to think.
That's true.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You would know, this song or this one or this one, ye iska, ye uska. It's not the same anymore. So that's simply because everybody's listening to something different.
Something different. That's right.
So I was also listening to this somewhere that Arman Malik had mentioned in one of the podcasts that, singers usually don't make money by just recording songs. So there are different channels, right? Like the streaming platform, there's distribution, royalties. How does this work? How does a singer makes money?
So I would say that today we are much better because we are getting our royalties.
Right.
We know how to basically collect our monies from wherever it's supposed to be. There are proper agencies and you know how to get your money.
Right.
5 years ago,
Right.
like for example, the songs that we did, like whether it was Baby Doll or Chittiyaan, Kalaiyaan, Hangover, High Heels, each of our song fetched a music label anywhere from 15 to 20 to 25 CR.
Wow.
And we got nothing.
What are you saying?
What? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. If I was in the West,
Yeah.
we have about 50 big hits.
You would be
I would be living on an island which I own
Massive
and
villa.
doing my own music.
Yeah.
That's the kind of money it's legit. It needs to come to me because
Yeah,
absolutely.
because 25% of the royalties need to come to the composers and the
Composer.
writers of the song.
Yeah.
So all that money never came to us.
What are you saying?
Very recently, all the labels signed the societies, the IPRS, which is the Indian Performing Society. Then there's the Society for Music Directors. So now we've started getting our royalties.
Okay.
So it's better now, but it's still not the way it's supposed to be. But once we get there, because it's very simple. Very recently, there's a ruling which says that if you have a wedding, you don't need a license to play music. And when this ruling came out, there was a lot of people who were celebrating, and one of the news channels reached out to us and they wanted a bite on it, and I was live with him, and he's telling me that, so what do you think about this? I said, I personally feel that we've been robbed of our rights.
Yeah.
So he's like, how? I said, because
Damn.
we create something, there's money involved in creating it, producers put money to create that song, we put our sweat, there's legit hard work and money going into creating something which is going to entertain you for the rest of your life. You tell me one thing that entertains you, whether it's a movie ticket, whether it's a stand-up comedy show, whether you want to listen to this podcast, you have to pay. Either you'll take some subscription on Spotify, or to listen to or watch a movie. Can you just watch a movie without paying today?
No.
Then why listen to music without paying? Because somebody put money. It's a property.
Yeah.
So he's like, but credit to milta hi hai na aapko. Naam to hota hai. And I asked him live on TV, okay sir, you must have attended, how many weddings have you attended in your life? More than 50? I said, you must have danced to Aaj Mere Yaar Ki Shaadi Hai, right?
Right.
Or Babul Ki Duaein Leti Ja. You've enjoyed these songs? Kisne banaye sir? Kisne likha hai? Naam bataiye. I said, you don't know. So how are you saying that they, just because you get fame and popularity, so you don't? It's something somebody has created. You are using it for your entertainment.
Right.
I said, ऐसे तो ताजमहल और कुतुब मीनार में टिकट क्यों ले रहे हो आप?
Right.
हाँ, बाहर से
वो
देख
भी
के
तो
जाओ।
पैसा लगा था तो वो तो recover हो गया होगा ना?
Yeah.
So why are you? It's because somebody created it. You look at it as a wonder.
Yeah.
And you want to charge for it. My song is a wonder, Baby
Yeah.
Doll. You want to dance on it or you want to enjoy it. You better pay for it.
Yeah.
Because it's my property.
Right.
Right.
You are using my property.
Yeah.
But music was never in this country taken and looked up, valued the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It is the most entertaining thing in the world. Number one is
That's a
music.
fact.
Agreed.
Movies, everything comes. For example, how many movies do you see in a week, Zach?
1, 2, depends.
Right?
Yeah.
So only 6 hours movies is entertaining you in a week.
Yeah.
How many sports matches do you watch in a week?
Same. I mean, it depends.
Right. So if you laid out
Yeah.
the things that entertain you, including a restaurant that entertains me,
Yeah.
it'll be 10%
Yeah.
of the music that you consume.
Yeah. That's
So
correct.
music is the most entertaining thing created in this world.
Yeah.
Why you want to enjoy it for free?
I mean, yeah, that's actually very unfortunate to hear.
And that's why we're
Yeah.
here.
That's why we are here.
Yeah.
Beside this, we wanted to know when a song is made, who really approaches who? Like, maybe like say the producer is approaching the lyricist, the singer, or the composer, like you.
See, initially, you're talking about, I guess you're talking about films, right? Film
Let's
music.
talk about films first.
So, films, it's very simple that how we started is how everybody does it. You create a few songs and you think, and if you know that they're good, then you start reaching out to producers saying that I have a song. Because producers don't know who you are.
Right.
They only know
Okay.
people who have proved themselves. For example, we started making music in 2009. Our first movie was Do Duni Char, and then we did. First few films were not even that known, but they're like Do Duni Char won the national award. So movie was popular, but nobody got to know who made the music. So then we did Zanjeer, we did Kya Super Cool Hai Hum, we did Boss. We did about 10 films until Baby Doll came. So we were doing music, we were going to producers, we would tell them, please take a song, and then they would listen to it, and then some of them liked it, so they took it. But when Baby Doll came out is when everybody got to know who we are.
Right.
So then every producer in this city got to know, okay, this song, and then Chittiyaan, Kalaiyaan came right after. So there were these two massive monster hits
yeah.
that shook. It actually changed the way the girly songs are looked at. Because if you remember, before that, all those songs with Fevicol and all that, people used to call them item songs.
Items, yeah.
And most songs were degrading women, right?
True.
Because you're saying they're either you're saying. I mean, I don't want to talk about the songs because they were created by fellow musicians. But if you remember, they were called item songs.
Yeah.
So we realized that in most of the weddings where parents are not excited when the girls want to perform or they want to dance to it because they don't like the words. They found it cheesy and demeaning and regressive. So we thought that why not bring songs where girls feel great singing about it.
Comfortable.
You give them line which make them feel beautiful.
Yeah.
So we came out with songs like दुनिया पित्तल दी बेबी डॉल में सोने दी.
Yeah.
Makes a girl
Yeah,
feel good.
like-
So if you see a girl or a kid dancing to it, and even the family is like, wow, it's such a nice line. Then we thought, let's add more stuff to it, like that मेरी चिट्टियाँ कलाइयाँ हैं, or मैं नचा फराटे मार के, और मैं नाचूं
Yeah.
चम चम. So we started talking very good stuff about girls in the song. The girls are singing, and they're ever since then, that typical item songs they were coming, but you don't listen to them anymore
Yeah.
because the trend changed.
Yeah, right.
So then came these songs where you're only girls want to feel good about it, and you talk about good stuff.
Right.
So these songs producers heard, and then they started calling us. So this is how typically it is. You keep going to them, and it's not easy to get the first foot in the door. It's not easy.
Absolutely. I was just going through your YouTube and one of these songs, and I saw the credit section. It had over maybe say 70 odd people. Who really gets the money?
You mean to say the credits, right?
The credit section had around 50 people. Everyone mentioned there. So who is making the real money?
So basically, how it works is that societies are for singers, for music composers, songwriters, and the musicians and the other people who are a part of it, they're either on salary or they charge a fee to do what they do, and that's what they take home.
Okay, that's it.
That's it.
No royalties, nothing.
It's still being worked out, but that process is still being worked out. But most of the royalties go to music directors, the guys who are writing the lyrics, the songwriters, and the singers.
That's very minimal.
It's interesting.
Right.
But more than, that's more than that, I want to come on a little friendly side to you.
Sure.
There are always a few people that you can trust in the industry, and you've worked with such large names like Kanika Kapoor, Honey Singh, Sonu Nigam. So who is your clan? Like, who is your friend crew?
Honestly, I think I love all of them, and I think they love me back. So there's a reason why. Because Harmeet and I had this unique understanding of the fact that you're never competing with anybody else.
Yeah.
You're only competing with yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you come out with a baby doll, you got to beat it, and you got to come out with a Chittiyaan, Kalaiyaan, and then you got to beat that and come out with something else. So you're constantly competing with yourself, because you have to better your work. So it's this ample room and space for everybody in this world to prove and to work and to show what they have.
Yeah.
If you're good, there's always a taker for everybody who's born on this planet.
That's right.
Wow.
It's about how good you are and what you've done to become good. Some people are born with it. Some work hard to be there. We are the ones who worked hard to be there.
Right.
We were born with some, but we're not as gifted as we would have wanted to be. But I think we added a lot of passion, a lot of hard work, and positivity. And then we got there. So when you have a feel, and when you know that there is no competition, so there are so many music directors, there's so many people we introduced to labels, and they became big.
Yeah.
So there we look at them as musicians, we look at them as artists, and there is no competition.
But who is your clan?
So
if you would say.
honestly, there are a lot of people from the industry who hang together.
Yeah.
I don't hang with anybody from the industry.
Okay.
I'm very close to everybody.
Yeah.
Like whether it's Kanika, whether it's Neha, whether it's Sonu Nigam, you name it, and they're very close. But I just need my own 4-5 people and my own space, and it's mostly not from the industry, because I realized that when I was hanging out with people from the same clan, you end up talking about just work.
Just work.
So you're not growing, you're not progressing. I like people. I have friends some of them who are not even from the industry. So there's so much to learn, and that's how you evolve, right?
Right.
You need variety of people in your life.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's so true.
Well, I work in the nightlife industry myself, and I run a agency myself. It's called Playground Lab, and we also know that you run an agency called Live 101.
That's right.
In the entertainment industry. Can you tell us a little bit about it? And it's actually so overwhelming to see that you give so many opportunities to upcoming artists. across the country. So just want to, hear it out from you. How do you run it?
You know, our journey from Gwalior to Mumbai to become who we were, we started in 95 and it happened in 2014. So it took us 20 years. And we realized that because we were from a business family, so we have that understanding of business. So we realized that what we did in 20 years can be done in 2.
Right.
So why is it that it took us so long, and why is it that we could not crack it as fast? That's because music industry is not it wasn't organized. So we thought that whatever we've learned on the job, and we need to put an ecosystem to it. So we created 3 ventures. One was MBMA, which is the Meet Bros Music Academy. Whatever we learned, the tricks of the trade, we started writing a curriculum.
Right.
And we have our own curriculum, which now we're teaching 15, 20 schools today. We started last year. And everything in terms of music is taught by us.
Right.
So
Like personally.
Yes, it's our own faculty.
Right, okay.
We have our own curriculum. It's on
Right.
an LMS, which is Learning Management System, and our teachers teach through that. So we're teaching them beatboxing, beatboying, rhythm and poetry, which is the rap.
Right.
Of course, all the instruments, singing, music
Right.
production, audio
Wow.
engineering. We're teaching everything. So
Right.
15 schools have outsourced, and we've become their faculty.
And this is pan-India.
It's pan-India now.
Wow.
We're doing it in Bangalore, Mysore, Pune, Delhi, Gurgaon, Punjab. And we're growing. We started last year, we have 15 schools, and by
Sick.
next year we'll have 50. That's
Sick.
the idea.
Touch wood, yeah.
So
Crazy.
that's one. Then we started our own label, MB Music, because we wanted to create and give opportunities to new people. And we have 4 million subscribers there. We create and release our own music there.
Right.
And then came Live 101. Live 101 was the most interesting venture.
It is.
Because let's say that we thought that if we want to curate jobs for the singers, for example, if a singer comes to Mumbai,
Yeah.
how does he make money? How
I was
does he
about
earn
to
a
ask you this
Yeah.
actually. Let's say for example, मैं एक small town से हूँ and I have a beautiful voice, I'm performing really well, people are acknowledging it. How do I make it big? How do I wait? What's the process? Where do I start from?
Right. So that's why we started these ventures
Right.
because you come to Mumbai, you have talent, you can sing. What do you do with it? It's such a big city.
Yeah.
And not all doors are open.
Yeah.
You can't just go and meet anybody.
Yeah,
Because
it's
people
hard.
are busy, right?
Yeah.
You can't really blame them.
Yeah.
But what we started decided we decided that let's because our office is right on the main road, and this is, I would call it like this is the main street of Bollywood. So it's people used to walk up to our office and they would want to meet us. And if you're recording a song, we can't keep meeting everybody. And there were
Yeah.
15, 20 people started walking up because there was this board outside Infinity Mall which said Meet Brothers.
Oh wow.
So we thought that we remember our journey and how it was tough for us, so we want to make it easy for people. So we would put like a board saying that 20th of every month we will meet you. We
This
thought
was, this was as a banner.
it was like a
This
banner.
was opposite Infinity Mall, if I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
wrong.
exactly.
Wow.
So we thought that
So thoughtful.
there'll be some 50 odd kids who want to meet us. So we thought that maybe this is our charity and this is our time to pay back to nature, because music came to us and whatever came to us, we need to give back. So first 20th, that first time when we did that, there were some 150 kids turned up. So it took us 4 hours and we realized that, my God, this is taking long. By the 6th month, there were 1,000 kids
What are you saying?
Wow.
In a day.
in a day. And that building, it was like it became as if, I don't know it's a concert.
And that's not a mall anymore.
And we realized, oh my God, it's simply impossible to
Yeah.
do this. And unfortunately, if we did manage to meet 500-600 kids, personally, and then our assistants were meeting some people, only 5 or 10 were real talent.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
there's so many aspiration. If you think you can sing, you just want to do it.
Yeah.
So, but they were so happy that we just met them.
Yeah.
That they were like, okay, somebody met us in Mumbai.
Yeah.
So we realized that it's absolutely, it's like dark for
Yeah.
them. They don't know
Yeah.
what to do. So we created this
Live
Live
101.
101. It's a platform we have registered 15,000 active artists in India
Right now.
right now, and people are booking artists through us in almost all cities now, and very prominently in Mumbai, Delhi, Goa, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Punjab. So it's like a website. Now
Right.
we have an app where you go and you just register yourself, and let's say that like Lodha today, it's one of the biggest housing on their app, like how you have your MyGate. So they have live 101 app. So people just go on the app, and let's say they want to enjoy, they want to have a evening where they want to listen to Kumar songs or Mohammed Rafi songs. So they'll go on the website, they'll choose a category, and somebody wants to listen to jazz. So they'll just select the category, and all the artists who are performing in that genre will pop up. They have their profiles, their ratings, their reviews from the last gig, and their show reel. So you see what they do, and you book it on our website, on our app. It's more like an urban clap of musicians.
Yeah.
This has to be a game changer in Bollywood.
I was just telling him the same thing. This has to be a game changer.
This can be like throughout genres and throughout
Everywhere,
electronic music.
So
Massive
now you
potential.
go, we have motivation speakers, we have magicians, we have MCs, we have belly dancers.
big.
So you just need to go on our app.
So one-stop solution for everything.
For everything.
Yeah.
So in a month, now we're curating 300-400 jobs. So 300-400 artists are going through this app, and the way we are progressing, we'll be doing, the target is in the next 5 years, we should be selling 10,000 a day.
Oh my
This is
God.
live101.com.
Absolutely.
This is the projection in the next how many years? 1 to
5 years.
5 years.
Wow.
10,000 to 20,000 a day.
Yeah.
Right.
People will be, so this is curating jobs for your industry,
Yes,
and
yes.
for singers
This
and
is
for people.
amazing. This is
And I would
amazing.
say this is kind of giving back, which is linked to
Yeah.
spirituality of yours. And it plays a huge role in your life.
Absolutely.
And how has that sort of influenced music and your self-expression?
See, the curriculum that we have, we're building a curriculum for a academy which we'll set up in Mumbai, Dubai, Delhi. It'll be like a brick and mortar where a standalone academy where we'll be teaching them the tricks of the trade. The first chapter that we have, in our curriculum, it's there that we've written is basically a spiritual chapter, which we thought ideally there should be a chapter in every school. That should be the first lesson we teach kids. Basically, how the life is going to throw challenges at you. So how does a kid, how do you teach somebody how to handle stress?
Yeah.
How do you teach somebody how to handle stardom? How do you teach somebody that once you're going up, you're going to come down?
Yeah. Quick.
So you need to know the entire way the universe works. Nobody teaches you that. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
You're teaching history. Today, honestly, everything is on the phone. You can Google and find out knowledge. It's all there. Information is all there. What you really need to teach is how will you handle a relationship? How will you handle brotherhood or there's going to be fights between siblings because you're sharing. How do you handle stress of sharing? Yeah. How do you handle stress of when you go out there to do a job? You will have a boss who might not treat you well, but you got to stick to that job because it's paying you. How are you going to, handle yourself? Or a marriage or a relationship or anything else.
Could be anything,
competition that you think there's competition. There are 10 people who are applying for the same job. If you don't get it, so there is stress. Yeah. And it's so common. Every day somebody writes on an Insta or something, oh, I was battling depression, or like, why so many people they think they are in depression? Why? Because our entire system is faulty. Our education system is not the way it should be.
Yeah.
The first lesson teaching a kid, if you teach stress management, anger management, or how to handle yourself, the tricks of life, you will realize they will be better students, they'll be better teachers, they'll be better professionals. Because if you've learned how to handle your emotions, and if you've learned how to handle your mind, if you know how to control your mind, you will win in every sphere of your life. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's parenthood, you will never be confused. So that's something we brought in our MBMA. That we have cases of very popular singers. When they became popular, they went crazy. If you Google, you'll see Honey Singh spoke about it.
Yeah.
I saw that.
That how I went crazy. I started thinking
That was a
of God.
disaster.
And I'll tell you that we were together in one of these evenings, and we had this conversation, and that I realized that he's thinking something on those lines. And that time he didn't understand what we were talking to him about. But see how he came out with it today. That's because
Came out strong.
why did he have to go through this kind of a journey to learn and understand that when you are successful and popular, you got to value it and you have to be grounded.
Yeah.
That's because nobody taught him. There were no schools, there was no courses, so it's faulty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to rewrite our education system. We need to rewrite entire process of teaching.
Right. Right.
So
This has to
that's-
come in play.
That's what
Yeah.
we did. Like when you spoke about spirituality.
Yeah.
It's all about firstly being thankful, okay, having the gratitude in your heart for everything. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll tell you something very crazy. Harmeet and I have a book, like notes, of every person who touched our lives or helped us in some way
Wow.
to be who we are. We're in touch with them. Whenever we find an opportunity, we still thank them. And many of them say, why would you call to thank me? Yaar? For
That's so
example,
sweet.
there was this person who we were sitting with and we said, कि हमारा गाना बन गया है, कोई label ले नहीं रहा. So he said, I know this guy in East, I'll call him, maybe it'll work. And he just called and it worked. And till date, when we meet him or we call him, and he's like, are you guys crazy? There's nothing, I don't even remember what I did. I said, we cannot forget what you did. So this was taught to us by our parents. They would keep telling us that the basic training started at home. The home staff, okay, we had a big staff. They would eat what we eat. They had the liberty to order whatever they want to order. If they want to have chicken, they'll order chicken. We would treat them. I mean, I remember once one of us, Harmeet and I, we were angry and we didn't speak well to one of the people. And at the end, my father said, you apologize right now. They are the ones who take care of us. You guys are in Mumbai. You guys were in the hostel. They are our real kids. They are the ones who take care of us. So they said, भाई सबसे important lesson life का ये है कि एक नज़र से सबको एक साथ देखना है. Whether it's a driver, whether it's whoever it is, he has the same aspirations. He's the same human going through a tough time and a different problem.
Wow.
I'm like getting emotional right now.
I'm getting very emotional.
No,
Yeah,
but
wow.
isn't this basic?
Yeah.
This
But
thought,
why nobody thinks about it?
Yeah.
Why do you when you
beautiful thoughts.
For example, the other day, my wife lost her temper on one of the servants as house help. So I said that please understand that you expect them to remember what you told them yesterday. If they had the bandwidth to remember, standing in that kitchen, cooking, washing utensils, doing the odd jobs in that heat or whatever, they're working from morning till night. They have no personal life. They don't go out partying. They have no friends. They don't have. You don't like it when they're on the phone. You say, oh, the phone pe laga rehta hai. Yeah, because that's the probably only vent they have.
Yeah.
So you are checking them. You are not letting them live their lives, and you're paying them $15,000-$20,000.
Yeah.
And you expect them to remember what you told them yesterday. If they had the bandwidth and or if they were so developed in the brain, if they had the exposure, they will not do
need
this
help.
job for 15,000-20,000. That's why in the West, because they had exposure there, it's
They don't.
impossible to
Yeah.
find help. So why do you think everybody is doing their hot jobs at home?
Yeah, people usually take from here to the Western countries.
It's going to be
Yeah.
the same. I'm
Yeah.
telling you today, we all have to be ready in the next 5 years. We will not have any house helps. We need to start learning how to do our jobs, how to do our own things, because there's so many job opportunities which are going to be coming now. India is the most developing country in the world. Next 10 years are golden for us. Next 5-7 years, we will not find one house help like it's in the US or Europe to come and help you.
Yeah.
Only the very affluent families will have house help. So we all need to start prepping up.
Wow.
So stop mistreating
Yeah.
and ill-treating your helps and start respecting them.
Yeah.
Well, that was actually eye-opener for all of us, and we all need to, consider what he just said. Also, Manmeet, who are the artists that you've always wanted to work with? We all know that you've collabed with massive artists out there. So, can you tell us how was your experience and what was the best experience with one of the artists that you've worked with?
I think what we learned working with these guys, let's say whether it was Bachchan Saab, Salman Khan, or a Sonu Nigam, or an Arijit, they all have one thing in common. Most people we've worked with, at least I would say I'll call them legends, because somebody who's sustained for more than 20 years is a gifted person. He's God's special child. because it needs a lot more than just talent to survive for such a long time.
Yeah.
So what all these people, whether it was whoever it was, all these people that we love, they're the biggest stars of the country.
Yeah.
They're not stars and they're not legends just because they have that skill.
Right.
They have one thing in common, which is it's unbeatable passion. The fire in their belly,
Yeah.
it never ceases. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Right.
For example, we recorded Hangover with Salman Khan. You know that song, Hangover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Massive.
We
We were kids back then,
Oh, God.
but then it was a favorite song.
Don't make me sound so old. Okay, shut up.
It's now only.
Zach is just keep. I was a kid. मैं भी बच्चा ही था. मैं भी कॉलेज से निकला था. Okay. So
Right.
you wouldn't believe that when Salman Bhai decided to sing back, he must have we did at least 15 to 20 sessions with him in the studios singing one song.
Ooh.
And after we had said we love it, we did 6 more recordings after that because he wasn't happy. He's calling us at 2 a.m. in the morning saying, फटाफट स्टूडियो आओ. जिस क्या होगा भाई? नहीं मैंने कुछ सुना, मुझे मजा नहीं आ रहा, मुझे भी रिकॉर्ड करना है, अभी आओ.
2 in the morning. Wow.
2 भाई बैठ के गाड़ी में सोते हुए चला के स्टूडियो. He's there, he's charged up, he's got his people there, and he's like, ऐसा करना है इसको, ऐसा करना है, उसे मजा नहीं आया. It was such a learning lesson for us that this man, who's the biggest star of this country, is going after one song as if it doesn't come out right, his career will be over.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Imagine the passion. And that's when we learned. That's why he is who he is, because when
Yeah.
they are so charged and they are so crazy and to get things right.
Yeah.
Even with Bachchan Saab, we were doing movie, we were doing music for a movie, and the producer said that let's have a launch announcement. Okay, so we'll have media and we'll have a stage and we'll call the star cast. How basic is this event? It's just an event.
Yeah.
So Bachchan Saab was featuring in the film. So we said, okay, what we'll do is we'll do something musically and then we'll invite everybody on stage, and that's how we'll do it. So it was for Aankhein 2. That film never got made. Bachchan Saab, we got a call from the producer that he wants to meet you. So we went to his house. We'd already done Party Do Banti Hai with him, which was a big hit.
Achha.
We already had that experience with him. So he said that, आप क्या करेंगे? क्या सोचा? What is your plan? Tell me. So there's nothing, so it's very simple that we will create a song. We are rapping, so we'll say and na 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 banda sajjan, put your hands up for Bachchan.
Right.
Put your hands up for Bachchan.
Right.
So he's like, अच्छा ऐसे करेंगे. Okay. So मुझे क्या करना है? So I said आपको सिर्फ सर उठना है और स्टेज पे आना है. You just stand and we're singing and you're there. And then you go and sit on the chair. So when do you want to rehearse for it? So Harmeet and I are looking at each other. Sir, rehearse? For what, sir? Nahin, you want me to come on the stage and so I need rehearsals, right?
Just for that.
Just for that.
Wow.
Wait, we just started.
Yeah.
So we said, okay, sir, fine. So let's say that this is 6th of August and the event is on 25th of August. So he's like, 24th August, 6 p.m. I'll come to Film City, to the set. Let's practice this. So we said, okay, sir, done. We get up and we go. Now, obviously, we're thinking now, okay, we have to, so we got everything in place and producer put up the set. So 25th, we were there all day doing our stuff, sound check and all that. And suddenly 6 p.m. there is this halchal happening. Like, and we see Bachchan Saab walking. I looked at the watch, it was 6 p.m. sharp.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Right.
and when he said 6 p.m. that day, it was just the producer and 2 of us. There was no EA, there was no assistant, there was no secretary, no manager. He said 6 p.m., 25th August. And it's 25th August, 6 p.m. Bachchan Saab is walking in. And he walks in. And he comes and he sits and he's sitting and he's sitting. Yeah, please start. And then we did it and we walked down and he says, okay, now I have to come up. Okay. And then he walks up. And he stands and he's like, abhi mujhe kya karna hai? So I said, sir, turn and just, we're standing and we're singing and just wave over there and go and sing.
Right.
How many rehearsals do you need for this?
None.
2-3 max.
Actually, none.
None.
Rehearse for
I mean,
what?
none, but I'm
Like-
just saying because
Come.
you have to believe it when I tell you, love, he rehearsed 1 hour, 15 times just that walk from that chair to the stage.
No way.
Just a walk, bro. Just a walk. Bachchan Saab he gets up, he comes up, he stands, and he goes and he sits.
Man of precision.
Wow.
It doesn't end here.
It doesn't end here. Okay.
He's like, okay, I can have that.
Let me just have a sip. Okay.
He says, kal 6 baje, 5 o'clock we'll do the final rehearsal.
What?
No way.
So now you know.
I feel so little.
Now
right
you know why he
Behind
is
I feel
who
so
he
lazy.
is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's it's like their life is like that.
Yeah.
6 a.m., 9 a.m. dubbing, 10 a.m. I'm on the sets, 6 p.m. I come back, 8 p.m. I have this meeting. Now you imagine, you're doing TV, you're doing movies, you're doing
Everything.
concerts.
Yeah.
And for everything that you're doing, you need to prep, you need to meet the producers, you need to do scripting, you need to do your clothes.
Yeah.
Just imagine
Yeah.
that what their lives are. And that's why who they are. So
Yeah.
there is a learning lesson.
Yeah.
And like you said, who are the people, that... So all these people, when we work them, even with Sonu Nigam, the way he goes after a song, Arijit, their passion is something which makes them who they are.
Off the hook. Right.
Okay, so you mentioned about your amicable parting with Anjan Bhattacharya after like 13 years of collaboration. How did that happen, and do you like foresee working with him in the future?
So we're still very good friends. We've always been, because we love each other. So, it was as simple as, let's say, there are 3 brothers who run a family business. One out of the 3 thinks that, yaar, I want to do something else. Ye to chal hi raha, you guys are doing it right. I want to do something else. I want to do something. I have this idea and I want to do it. What's a general reaction in a family? So the father or whoever will say, okay, fine. You want to do it? Go do it. And the whole family will help him set up what he wants to do. They'll help him with whether he needs the money or whether he needs
Moral
support or an infrastructure, whatever they need. Doesn't a family come together to help him?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Okay.
When he said, I want to do, because 3 of us doing something and, I want to have my own identity. I want to do different kind of music. I want to do that. So we said, why not?
Yeah.
So we asked him, what do you need? So we gave him our studio, everything whatever you need, start creating your stuff. So he created his own bank of music, because you need your own bank of music
Yeah.
to go and do it. And he's a very simple guy from Kanpur and just loved the guy. So we said that we've reached here, और अगर यहाँ आके एक आदमी इस चीज़ से खुश नहीं है, then what's the point? So eventually, we all need to help each other find our happiness, and that's what we need to do, right?
Yeah.
And that's applicable whether it's with your partner, whether it's your daughter or your son, or whether it's your parents. End of the day, their happiness is theirs and yours is yours. You can't be riding and can't be, deciding how you want to give the other person the happiness that they want. You just need to give them what they want. And that's the most organic way to do it.
Yeah.
And that's what we did with Anjan. And he said, I want to do it on my own. So we always tell him, yaar, chal ek aad gana saath mein karte hain. Chal, let's, because we love the process of making music. After doing 50 films and having 50 hit songs, I can tell you this. And I've spoken to other people who have seen success in their life, in their work, that it's never the outcome. It's always the process.
It's the process.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
what my dad says too. But yeah.
Going, when in 2016, we won all the possible awards for our music. We won the best music directors in, whether it was IFA, Filmfare, Sony.
I'm going to come there. I'm going to come there.
So I'm just telling you that.
Too many awards.
Too many
Trust
awards,
me.
yeah.
If you ask me, was it more fun going
Yeah.
and getting that, or more, was that more satisfying?
Yeah.
Or whether it was about when you were doing it.
Yeah.
But hands down, when we were doing it. The process was far more fun.
Amazing.
So you look forward to working with him again for maybe.
Oh yeah, we just spoke some time back, and I told him कि यार चल एक आध गाना साथ में करते हैं. Let's do it together, because everybody's collaborating today. Let's collaborate on whatever song we do it. So mostly we'll be doing some stuff together.
Nice.
That's good to know.
That's good
But
to know.
you know, of course, what you've just said right now, so many awards, then Baby Doll happened, then Kalaiyaan happened. Life became crazy for you. You got that fame. But we wanted to know, what was life before that? You know, probably wouldn't be the same. So what was it? What was it like before this entire famous
It was more fun, I
life?
think. More aspirations. When you have aspirations is when you're enjoying life a lot. Because there's still aspirations, they're different kinds. But when you're starting, when you've literally done nothing in life.
Yeah.
So first thing, it's always that first little success. The first signing of a song
Yeah.
in a movie. Okay, the first song coming out. And the first time when you meet Akshay Kumar, who's sitting in his office, and you play a song to him, Boss. And he says, I love it, I want to do it. And you're like, यार अभी 10 साल पहले तो हम अपने ग्वालियर में बैठ के इनकी पिक्चर थिएटर्स में देखते थे and we were like Akshay Kumar, Bachchan Saab. He's sitting and he's saying, I love the song, he's smiling, he's walking out to drop you. ये क्या हो रहा है?
Yeah.
This is far more than you have ever imagined.
Yeah.
Far more that you've ever dreamt of. वो जो खुशियाँ है ना, that's the ultimate.
That pushes you, of course.
Once you've done it, now you've worked in the industry, but we always remind ourselves that this is that same Bachchan Saab, jinki wajah se we fell in love with Bollywood, with Indian film industry.
Correct.
You're sitting with him. You never allow yourself to forget and get out of that aura that he has.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's the important thing. In most of our things, why, in a relationship, you get fed up of seeing your partner.
Not getting flowers.
You need to remind yourself the first time when you saw that person, what were you feeling?
Right.
And that goes for everything in your life.
Yeah.
The first time you enjoyed the first bite of that bloody butter chicken,
Yeah.
you can't take it for granted, man.
Yeah. Would you call this a struggle? Like, would you call that a
No,
period?
we've never called it a struggle. I think
Very nice.
Okay, you have to understand. Okay, you always feel, and people say आपने बहुत struggle करी. Struggle. अगर आप उसको struggle देखना चाहते हो, तो struggle तो हम
देखो.
जिस दिन तक मरेंगे उस दिन तक कर रहे होंगे, because उस वक्त हम health के साथ struggle कर रहे होंगे.
Yeah.
It is not struggle. This is a journey. It's a process. That's whenever I always I can remember pinpoint those days when we were completely down, whether we didn't have money, whether we were not, whatever it was, whether it was a low in a relationship. Whenever you are down and when you're low is when you learn the most. So
Yeah.
whenever there's a period when you're absolutely nothing's working for you,
Yeah.
like COVID, for example.
Yeah.
Nothing was working for you at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you have to understand that that's life giving you an opportunity to learn more, to get better in whatever you do, in every sphere of your life. And that's the only perspective you need to have in life.
Yeah.
There are no failures.
Right.
There is never a failure. You
Yeah.
never need to be depressed.
Learning never stops.
No, because
Yeah.
that's the time when you're learning. If you're failing at a relationship or at a job or at a work, you need to understand you're not well prepared. You're not done your homework well. You're not good enough. You need to become good enough.
Yeah.
So life telling you, bro, go get better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. That's
Why
why
get
we say it.
depressed?
Yeah.
That's the time you got to learn.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why, my mom and dad, they always tell me learning never stops. You always keep learning. And you need to have such experiences in life to learn and acknowledge
And
things
unlearn.
in life.
And unlearn.
That's more
And
important.
unlearn,
Yeah.
yes.
When you become a
Yeah.
parent, you know that it's time to unlearn.
Right.
If you don't unlearn as a parent,
Right.
you'll suck at that job.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Manmeet, what was the idea behind the critically acclaimed song Baby Doll? Like, how did you come up with this song?
We didn't come up. God gifted it. I mean, it processes the same.
Yeah.
Kumar, who writes all our songs, we're sitting, Harmeet, Anjan, me, we're jamming, and suddenly Harmeet sings one thing, then Anjan sings one thing, I sing one thing, Kumar just starts writing it, and we thought that when the tune came, and the first thing that came out was Barbie doll mein sone di.
हाँ, मैंने ये कहीं तो सुना था, आपने बता रहा था.
Yeah, because it was like
Barbie doll.
Ekta said ki I'm making a movie and Sunny Leone is featuring in it, so we need a song for Sunny Leone, and that's what we thought that. And she said I want an urban Punjabi song. So we sat and Kumar was like Sunny Leone, and we thought of her कि क्या mind में आता है ना, जो doll mind में आता है. She's so pretty, man. She's so beautiful.
She is.
Stunning.
And stunning. So we thought, okay, and then suddenly Barbie doll came up. Like, so we first thing that came up was Barbie doll, मैं सोने दी. Barbie doll, मैं सोने दी. And then Balaji said that we are not getting into this Barbie thing, this brand and all that. And he told, she said, they said, Kumar, आप honest ले लो. Kumar said, मैं honest क्यों लाऊंगा? मैंने नहीं लेना honest होने से. मैं गाना लिखता तो चाहिए लो तो नहीं लेना तो ना लो. He was simple. So then we thought, चलो change करते. Then we came up with Baby Doll. So it happened on the go while we were creating stuff. We never take credit that we created it or it, we can, because it's not possible to create it again.
Right.
If you did it, then you can do it again, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's God who wants to create a song and he wants to give it to his children. He wants to give girls a good line to sing. He sends these things.
That's it.
You're just a medium.
That's it.
You're just a medium.
Yeah.
That's
You know
it.
why you guys thought of this podcast? Okay, you're three of you just doing different things in life.
Yeah.
Now, if I ask you whose idea was it, it doesn't matter whose idea it was. It was his idea.
It was
Yeah.
his.
Otherwise, three of you from different walks of life wouldn't be together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And in fact, like I was thinking about you guys, and I thought that it's a perfect team to create the most amazing music festival or any festival in the world. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. These three guys, one of them is basically his life is all about festivals.
Yeah.
Okay. Which I'm going to take a list from you.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, let's do that.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
Then you have Love, who has this passion for music,
Yeah.
who's a music producer, who's a musician.
Yeah.
So music, festival, and then we have somebody from hospitality who's put it on there.
Yeah.
You guys have the right ingredients to create the best possible thing.
We'll do that. We'll
Playing
do that
at
for sure.
Our strengths.
on strengths,
Yeah.
and you have probably the most amazing festival that the country is waiting for.
Yeah. Well, I think you're on the way. Well, anyways,
Thanks for the direction.
thanks for the direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I just thought that this is, you have the recipe and you
Yeah.
have the ingredients, and why not
Right.
just do it? So, for example, maybe I said this to you today.
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from. Maybe you guys do it, and maybe you create something which is crazy.
Yeah.
So it's not me, it's not you. Somebody sent this idea.
Yeah.
That's
It's
true.
always like that.
That's true.
So it's him.
Believe in.
Absolutely. And now talking about when you talk to your kids, I've never told my daughter what to do. Because my job is to provide infrastructure or the ground to play.
Yeah.
She needs to decide, and she needs to show us what she's born to do.
Yeah.
And that's where our parents, when they said, okay, fine, go to Mumbai, do what, and we had such massive business, I think that's why I love them more, because they did not think of themselves, or my father didn't think of इतने साल लगा के मैंने business बनाया, कौन चलाएगा ये, इसका क्या होगा? It was a running, profitable business that he let go of. How many people can do this in this country?
Yeah.
Because they moved to Mumbai with us eventually. So imagine, or every parent in our country, every business mostly, I'm saying, I've heard them telling their kids, see, this is what we've done, this is what you have to do. God has given skills and different talent and skills to each one of us. That's why we're all doing different jobs.
Yeah.
That's how the world, that's how this Srishti will run.
Yes.
So why are you, आप कलर कर रहे हो अपने बच्चे का दिमाग कि आपको ये करना है? अरे भैया, let's find out वो क्या करने आया है. That's your job as a parent. Help him find, and then help him and her fly.
Yeah.
Amazing. I think that's how it should move forward.
There are a lot of recreation of old songs rather than making new ones. What do you think about this whole situation? And like songs like "Oh Mere Dil Ke Chain" or "Mere Sapno Ki Rani." Even my dad, for that matter, he loves these recreated songs. He's a fan of these old music also. But with this whole technology game coming in, the whole aspect of everything, it's beautifully made. So what do you have to say about that?
I think the whole process of recreation started from when, back in 90s, when the remixes came out. If you remember, there were big DJs who were Sami, then Akhtar, and Harry Anand. They were recreating songs, and they were working. So what it means is that when there's a melody, which it comes in a new sound, what happens is that melody remains the same. Any new song, any new romantic song that you love, that has come out, it's the same basic Indian melody. But what really changes with time is the sound,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So when sound changes, the way a melody sits in a song, the sound changes. So what happens is that when you move ahead with generations, let's say a song which was amazingly popular in our times of our parents and grandparents, the current generation has not heard it. So when you put the sound that they like and you put a melody from those times, it becomes a new song and a new sound, and they love it. So that's why it works.
Got it.
So a lot of songs that we recreated, like we did High Heels, Main Tera Boyfriend, and Dil Galti Kar Baitha Hai, Kinna Sona Rab Ne Banaya, all the songs worked. But there were certain songs we recreated, and producer asked us to recreate. For example, Kaante Nahi Katte Din Ye Raat.
One of the most famous songs.
Right?
Yeah.
We tried 3 versions of it. It didn't happen. And we said, sir, we will not spoil. We will not spoil our we will not spoil a song. It's not happening. We're not able to do it. Because if you're not able to crack it, you can't just put it out.
Right.
You know? So we were very choosy. Like when Bhushan Kumar from T-Series called us and said that I want you to recreate High Heels. And Honey Singh had just done High Heels. So it was just like a year ago. So we said, okay, fine. We did it and it turned out right. High heel te nache ta tu badi jache. It just sounded right, and then we came out and became a big hit. So we're very choosy to pick a song.
Right. Whew. I think.
So can we also quickly talk about this royalty thing? So when you recreate a song, is there a loyalty game which plays?
Yeah, because the royalty, the composer, original composer also gets a credit for it. So
Okay.
the royalty
Wedding.
goes to him as well.
Okay, got it.
You know, there are 2 types of performances we feel and what we see. One is the wedding performance that artists do, and one is the live performance.
Yeah.
So there are 2 types of performances. So how do you feel performing at these 2 different occasions?
See, I think an artist needs to understand that every requirement of a client is different.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a business meeting, you have to perform, you have to entertain them. Sometimes you have to entertain a gathering of spiritual people. Sometimes you have to entertain a gathering of people who have come together to celebrate a wedding. And sometimes you go to a college where kids need, or the or the students need to enjoy their songs. So it's a very simple thing that you need to plan your performance, which is the most important thing is the playlist.
Yeah.
What songs are you going to be singing? What's the genre of music you're catering to? So that's the trick of the trade that we teach in our academy as well. When we started performing, why Meet Bros is a brand is the most sought out. I mean, at the weddings we are always at the weddings. We are performing at the weddings because they love us. Because for the simple reason that if we have our own 50 hits, we don't sing all of them.
All of them.
We will only sing what is relevant today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because out of 3 functions in a wedding, you've partied on one with the DJ. So you need the same, you party, if you realize, you party on the same songs every night.
Yeah.
So songs need to be the same.
Yeah.
It does not matter whether Meet Bros are performing or whether it's
Whoever
a DJ
is.
Akil playing.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. We thought that let's not be emotional about what we like. Let's serve what they like.
What people want.
So once we have finished performing in the after party, DJs are always they're mostly friends and they're like, dude, we don't know what to play now because you've sung everything.
Actually, that's the success to that's the mantra to success.
That's
A lot of DJs, they don't really understand. A lot of people say this, I play for myself. I'm like, bro, no, you're not playing for yourself. You're playing for the crowd.
You do that at home,
Yeah,
or,
at home.
or in your bathroom.
Yeah.
Right.
But was there any crazy experience at a wedding, with a guest?
Yeah.
Something wild.
Yes.
We gotta hear this.
It's always, we're just experiencing crazy
Strong
stuff.
experiences. One.
One.
I know, only
So
one.
there's this amazing wedding in Dubai. We are performing it. Big wedding, 1,000 people. Throughout the wedding, and because you're addressing the couple and you're saying that Anji and Shagun and Kirti, please come on the stage and then they're dancing and I'm with the bride and the groom and I'm like, and whatever, and Shagun and Kirti and whatever's happening, because you naam bhul jate ho aap, because every night is a different wedding.
Yeah.
And then because it's going on and there's so much happening and they both are sweetly there and this guy, that groom is here and Kirti and Shagun and I'm like, and whatever, and now Kirti is going to sing a song with us. So he's like, can I see something? And I can see audience में लोग they're just trying to say, they're just trying to tell me something.
अच्छा.
मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा वो क्या रहा है. And he's like, sir, मैं शगुन हूँ वो की.
Are you serious? मतलब both are like unisex names. Oh, Shagun and Kirti हो क्या? I was like, okay, नाम गलत बोल रहे हो.
मेरी गलती है obviously. It's my bad. I should have presumed. सर मैं शगुन हूँ वो कीर्ति है.
That must be a little embarrassing.
मैंने कहा अपने पापा मम्मी से को blame कर भाई मेरी गलती नहीं है. Obviously then you got to crack a joke on it because everybody knows कि you're hoofing up. आप कीर्ति शगुन को बोल रहे हैं.
But part of this industry, is just full of controversies, but you have managed to stay out of it. कुछ तो छोटी सी छोटी चीज
Yeah,
होगी.
how do you
छोटा सा
actually
कुछ
manage to
होगा.
stay out of it?
छोटा सा controversy होगा.
Bollywood is all about every second there's a new gossip.
Yeah,
every second there's a new
ये तो
controversy.
luck और destiny की बात होती है. Most controversies are useless. There's nothing much. There's not much in it. जो isn't. It's not about one particular industry. वो तो easy हो जाता है because Bollywood limelight में तो such you say अरे Bollywood में ऐसा यार कौन सी ऐसी industry है जहाँ पे क्या नहीं हो रहा.
Yeah.
Everything, whatever it is, it's happening everywhere. It's just that this comes in limelight. So it's just that. So I think I don't know. एक बार हो गया था. एक controversy आपने शायद Google नहीं किया. So what happened was that we were in an interview with Times and there was something happening and we like Harmeet and I so similar. We both were in that thing and we said we share everything, everything excluding girlfriends. I don't know whether I don't know.
I think I've read that somewhere. Yeah. You said everything except for girlfriends.
I don't know whether we said including or whether she heard including.
Oh shit.
Something happened and it came out that we've shared girlfriends.
Oh, that.
उसके उस दिन तो कुछ नहीं हुआ. उसके अगले दिन my CA calls me and says कि भाई साहब you've arrived. I said what happened? Shobha Day has written an article on you on in Mumbai Mirror. I'm like what? हमने कहा वाह यार. He said वाह यार नहीं कपड़े फाड़ दिए उसने तुम्हारे. That you boys are talking like this and she's written that I've also got up on a chair and danced on their songs but this is not acceptable and they're treating women like this and talking like this. हमने कहा यार हमने तो शेयर ही नहीं करेगी girlfriend ये तो मिस इंटरप्रेट हुआ है जो भी हुआ है. उसके बाद अभी तक I don't know, you're the first people who have not brought it up in an interview. इंडिया में आप कहीं भी चले जाइए हर आदमी को बड़ा अच्छा लगता है कंट्रोवर्शियल. सर आपने गर्लफ्रेंड शेयर करी थी कैसा लगा?
Oh my God.
I said हमने पहली बात तो करी नहीं और जैसा भी लगा आपको क्यों बताएंगे हम.
Oh well, wow, yeah. I mean, now that we know of, it's actually very funny, man. Like, come on, it's just common sense to.
तो हमने realize किया हमने एक दूसरे को बोलते रहते भाई.
Who was the writer?
Interview के पहले. Sorry.
Shobha
the
Day.
journalist?
Shobha Day.
Shobha ji.
She literally tore us apart. But honestly, सबने बड़ा भैया दुनिया बहुत अजीब है. मानना पड़ेगा.
Any marketing is good.
हर आदमी ने congratulate किया हमको. मैंने कहा गालियां पड़ रही हैं साले तुम कह रहे हो कि congratulations everyone said you are right bro. Shobha Day writing about you. तो अब now look at it.
Yeah.
Shobha Day ने लिखा कि हमने we got on the I got on the chair and we danced on it. She wrote something like that. तो तब तो आपने हमारे बारे में लिखा नहीं. क्यों नहीं लिखा कि क्या भाई आए हैं क्या गाना बनाया है क्या everybody all अरे लड़कियां छोड़ो लड़कों के वीडियो वायरल हो रहे थे वो डांसिंग ऑन बेबी डॉल. Why you didn't write about that?
Why can't you celebrate the wins?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's the problem.
And this question we could never ask her because हमने कहा यार हम खुद शोभा डे के फैन हैं उनसे क्या बोले लिख दिया उन्होंने लिख दिया. बट ये सवाल तो बनता है ना भाई.
Absolutely.
तब कि आपने अगर हमारे गाने पे कुर्सी बैठ के डांस किया है तो उसके बारे में भी लिख देते तो तब हमको भी लगता कि वी हैव अराइव्ड. हमें लोग कह रहे हैं तुम्हें गाली पड़ रही है
वो गलत बात है.
Well,
गलत सही तो हमें नहीं पता. I'm just saying that this is how it is.
This is
yeah,
life.
it's actually
it's unfair.
I mean, it's just common sense, nothing else.
But mostly ऐसे ही होता है.
Yeah.
Media mostly celebrates or reports, things जहाँ पे आप miss out हो जाते हो या आपसे गलती हो जाती है.
Yeah.
So that's why हरमीत और मैं हर इंट्रो के पहले हाथ पड़ के भाई religion, women,
Politics.
politics के बारे में, ये 3 के बारे में कोई कैसा भी सवाल करे, आपको politically correct जवाब देना है. क्योंकि आपका जो भी opinion है, उसकी धज्जियां उड़ेंगी.
Right.
So why get into that
And
mess?
whatever you've done good in life, that will just erase
Why get
in
in a
seconds.
Why get into that?
In a
mess?
second.
I mean, I love Bollywood because of the Paps. I love them. I love them.
ये तो that's the case all
Yeah,
over
it's
the
actually
world.
Yeah,
funny to
yeah.
watch. Like, it's fun to watch,
It's
know,
fun
do
to
all
watch,
these
yeah.
paps. Well, Manmeet, moving on, this is actually going to be, I'll have to look at this and ask you the question. You've won 61st Filmfare Awards, Best Music Director. You've won 6th Kima Awards, Best Film Album. You've won 8th Mirchi Music Awards, Listener Choice Album of the Year. You've won 22nd Screen Awards, Best Director. You've won 11-star Guild Awards, Best Music. I'm tired now, yeah. Like, I can go on for the next 30 minutes, I guess. But then you've bagged so many big numbers of awards. Which one is the one for you? Like, which one was the one for you when you bagged any one of them?
Yes, I think this I can never forget. The most, I think the most precious moment of my life. So when one of the awards, we were not in Mumbai. So our parents were attending it. And when they announced our name, our parents went up to get the award. So when my father and mother were standing there, you could see like the entire industry sitting there. All the biggest actors, everybody. And so they obviously choked. And we were performing somewhere. And my father called and said that तुमने बेटा मेरा जन्म सफल कर दिया कि पूरी इंडस्ट्री के सामने हमने जाके अवार्ड लिया. So what those words of our father is the best award we have won.
Yeah, that's
Ever.
true.
Nothing can beat that. Nothing can beat that.
Nothing
Especially
can beat
because he was never sure of what we'll do and where we'll go. So when he said that, I'm proud today that I'm known as, he was a very popular person in MP and we were known as his kids, Gulzar Singh ke bacche. But he said, today, even when I'm, now that, when I'm going to die, I'll be happy that I'm dying as father of Meet Brothers.
Wow.
इससे बड़ा award तो नहीं हो सकता है.
That's it.
Nah, actually, yes. Clap for that. That's an achievement for sure, yeah. I mean, that actually pushes.
Also, you mentioned that directors call you for girly song. जैसे I think सब्बीर खान जी ने आपको बारिश पे गाना बनाने के लिए बोला. So ऐसा क्यों है?
I think हमारे अंदर कोई शायद गर्ली साइड है. हमें I think वो tunes आती हैं जो बहुत गर्ली होती हैं या वो which probably ideas which girls relate more to. Obviously because most of our songs that are the biggest hits are all
girly songs.
Personal experiences.
Yeah.
वो भी हो सकता है.
Personal experience.
Both between Harmeet and me, obviously we have so many
people around
female
you.
friends.
Yeah.
And I think we both are soft by nature, and we've always been compassionate towards others. And it was also taught to us by our mother how to always be compassionate towards whoever you love, and especially if you are with a girl. So I think वो वही side होगी. We probably cater to that.
Yeah, I think I was about to say that. It's actually, I think it's your personality.
And I'm emotional भी हैं.
Yeah.
हम लोग, we are not ruthless or
Not at
we're very soft.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much for us to like.
I
At least for me to
literally
get a
had
tear
like
in my
20 minutes of conversation with you, and it was so lovely.
Yeah.
I was like, it's so refreshing. Like, you're so timid, you're so calm, and that kind of reflects in your music as well. I must
It
say
does.
that.
Well, that's very well said. Because a lot of people ask us that, when you create music, how are you able to create what you create?
Yeah.
So I'm like, we're not trying to do anything.
Yeah.
If you look at a musician, if you follow his music, 90% you will understand what his personality is. Like if you listen to Rahman Saab's music,
Yeah.
it's so peaceful, it's so soulful.
Yeah.
You look at the man.
Yeah.
You listen to Mithun's music.
Yeah.
Look at the man.
Yeah.
Listen to Vishal Shekhar music, Peppy out there.
You can relate.
Yeah.
You look at those. You look at them.
Yeah.
So it's similar. Your music will surely tell you about the musician.
Self-expression.
Absolutely. Any form of art.
Any
actually.
form.
Any form,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
So Manmeet, singers, back in the days, when they used to record, the microphones that they used to use back in the days weren't really that advanced. And, right now the microphones are so sensitive that the errors are negligible. Like, so do you think autotune in today's time plays a very important role?
See, autotune has a significance for a different reason. It's not because people have forgotten how to sing. It's the same. Even today, you have amazing singers.
Yeah.
Okay. What happened was when music changed from analog, we went digital. So when we're creating a track today, it all happens on the computer.
Digital, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So there are 60 tracks which are all digital, and digital is on point.
Yeah.
Right? It's bang on pitch.
Yeah.
So when so much is happening, in between that, there is a voice which is not digital. So it obviously, in between all those tracks which are on point in pitch, it's tough to crack the exact. Actually, no singer ever, I think, cracked the right pitch, because when you're playing the instruments, they were not 100% playing as per the tune, as per the pitch.
Yeah.
It was always 1920 here there. But because it was all instruments are being played live, singer is singing live, so it went well.
Yeah.
The moment it became digital matlab 100%
Bang
pitched.
on.
So no voice can be 100% on pitch. It's not humanly possible, because this is not a computer. So that's why when there's a song, you need to auto-tune it for it to sit well with the other instruments, or it will not fall in place. So it's the need of, it's the job, it's the need of the creation. It's not because of the other singers. It's easy to say, oh, auto-tune use करता है. अरे सबका करना पड़ता है, चाहे वो कोई भी है.
Yeah.
But live concerts में भी auto tune use होता है.
नहीं.
There are softwares now that route through your you have plugins and everything, but 99% of the singers don't do it because live music बज रहा है. So live nobody can really go that much off sur.
Right. But थोड़ा सा playback होता है, right? थोड़ा सा playback होता है. Original song का मतलब, you know, the original song is being played.
If it's a live band, it's 100% live.
Yeah, not a live band, like a live performance. Like maybe let's say for example, AP Dillon.
No, so there are a lot of singers who do as per like they have their music and they sing on it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Sometimes they're singing and sometimes they're doing a plus one,
Right.
which is they're singing on top of their own voice, but they
voice.
are singing.
Right.
They are singing, right? They are singing for sure.
So it's different. But the moment you see a band, like if you see musicians, it's 100% live.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, we were just conversing earlier right now, and you mentioned you're very close to your daughter. So what life lessons do you really, you know, show her as she's growing up? She's 15 right now. So what is it like you as a father are, you know, nurturing her? What are the lessons that you're teaching her?
I think I'm working more on her spiritual side and also on her the inner strength.
Okay.
I'm trying to teach her that all days are never the same. All seasons are never the same. So also there are no ups and downs. You have to live your life looking, you know, forward to what's going to happen in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it may be good, it may not be good as per in your perspective, but in the larger perspective, everything is good. Because when you feel the wave is not in your direction, it's in the opposite direction, it's come to teach you something. And also I'll tell her what I was taught by my parents, that you have to respect people.
Yeah.
Money or a successful career does not decide how successful you are.
Yeah.
It's one dimension of success.
Yeah.
It has to be a 360 degrees success. It has to be, you should be able to sleep well. You should have people who love you. You should have family who look forward to spending time with you, friends who look forward to spending time with you. You should be able to help people. You should get the help from people when you want it. You need to be successful in everything that you do. Only then you're successful. I may have billions and I'm not being able to sleep, or I have some major health issue that I'm not able to, I'm suffering. What's the point?
Yeah.
How am I successful?
Yeah.
It has to be a full 360 degree success. So I just try to teach her to be calm, because nothing is important in life.
Yeah.
Every moment will make you feel that, oh, this is life changing. Nothing is life changing.
Right.
No moment is life changing,
Right.
because next moment you will go back to who you were and what is happening. So everything you have to be cool, calm, and look at everything with one eye.
Collective.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Collective.
So, any words of wisdom to teenagers out there right now?
Most important is, I think it's very important to value, to respect everyone and everything that helps you in life or shapes you, or in any form you're touching anything, you need to value it. If it's your parents, if it's your friends, if it's your schoolmates, if it's your teachers. Just because now you don't, mostly what we do is we are very good with people and things till they are of good use to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
The moment they are not,
Of any use?
they are of not that, or you don't need it.
That's the evil side
Your
of this world.
attitude towards
will
that
change.
changes.
Yes.
That
True.
is terrible.
Yeah.
People who want to be successful in life, in every dimension of success, you have to remember, you have to treat everything the same every day. Everyone the same every day. And it cannot change with your requirement or your need of it.
Wow. I mean, I miss my dad right now. He lives in America, so
Like my
it's been
dad
a
says,
while.
you have to
You know?
value time.
Yeah.
Also, like valuing time is very important.
That's true. I mean, well, I think that was a very dynamic round, and so good to know more about you, Manmeet. And moving forward, I think it's time for Let Me Backstage Presents Rapid Fire round. So it's going to be 1 second per question. Are you ready? Let's go.
Let's see, you know, I will know if I am.
All right, let's do this. Coldplay or Justin Bieber?
Coldplay.
One Indian artist that deserves more attention.
That deserves
More attention.
one Indian artist that deserves more attention. I think Honey Singh.
Cooking yourself or dining at a Michelin star?
Myself, cooking myself all the way.
That's what's up. Best movie to watch as a musician?
Scent of a Woman. The background score, outstanding.
Okay. Wedding or live concerts?
Like wedding.
Is there more money?
Weddings, all the way.
Weddings. Best player to...
Also because there's everybody there is
Yeah.
in a good mood.
Yeah, it's a cheerful mood. Right?
Best place to party in Bombay?
I'll need to call her Meet.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Best place to party in Delhi?
Again.
I have no idea.
One mistake musicians should never make in the start of their career?
Try to be so inspired by somebody else's work that you start using their work. You've got to do your own thing.
Right. Indian collaborations or international collaborations?
Now international, looking forward to it.
Qualities you value most in a friend?
Humility.
The most thrilling cricket match you've ever watched?
1983 World Cup.
Where Navjot Singh Sidhu got bowled in first?
I was watching it in. You remember it?
Right. I mean, that hit the mark. Thank you, Manmeet, for giving us your precious time.
No, pleasure's all mine.
And
Well, Manmeet, before we sign out, just wanted to get to know from you, what do you think of Let Me Backstage and what do you think of us?
Well, I think it's a very interesting idea. Firstly, to three friends to come together from different walks of life and get somebody to talk to. And it was really nice because three people will not think the same.
Yeah.
So you get different questions. You also, you know what, when you ask somebody a question, you're actually forcing him to get to know more about himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
So three different walks of life coming in, helping you learn more about yourself. So thank you for that. And I love the idea. I love the way you guys are doing it.
Thank you so much.
It's just on point. It's very young, and I think it's going to trend.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manmeet.
I guess this is it, but one last question before we sign off. Any upcoming album our viewers can be excited about?
Yeah, there's amazing music coming on MB Music label. You guys need to subscribe to that. We're bringing a couple of different series. One is a classic 90s where you will revisit the 90s style of music. There's a series we're doing. Then there's a new property called White Room, which we have done with lot of singers come together for us to sing, like Papon, Javed Ali, Ankit Tiwari, and a lot of other singers. It's a property where everything is white. We're shot with the singers. What we're calling it is White Room, where music is the only color.
Ooh, all right.
Wow.
That sounds good.
Awesome.
That sounds
Amazing.
good.
And guys, don't forget to follow us on social media to keep up with latest trends and guest announcements. We want you to be part of this amazing journey with us.
Remember, folks, this is a one-stop solution for everything music in India. Whether you're a musician or whether you're a fan or just running behind the melodies, this is the place to be.
Well, I think that's pretty much about it. Thank you for joining us today as we wrap up the third episode of Let Me Backstage.
Woo!
All right.